Good morning, and welcome to our Let's Talk Business podcast with Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We are your hosts. My name is Howard Johnson. I am the Vice President of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. And to my left here,
Quincy Pittman. I'm your producer for the Let's Talk Business podcast.
Hey, what's up? She the one who keep everything in order. She had me sounding good, looking good. When I'm following the different monologues that's here, reading the directions and stuff, Q put all that stuff together. So we got a guest in the building today, Mr. Joshua Marshall. Josh, tell everybody hello.
Hey. Great morning, everybody.
All right, and we're gonna get to Josh in just a second, but what we gotta do first is we have to thank our presidents and chairman club members. That would be Amaco Federal Credit Union, Enlightened Enterprises, Lamar Institute of Technology, Beaumont Baby, Lone Star College, the Linwood Group, Southwest Airlines, our travel partner, and Quality Precision Coatings. We like to thank them in supporting our Let's Talk Business podcast. Now, if you want to support the podcast or you want to become a President's Club member, Chairman Club member, it is easy. All you have to do is take your left or right index finger and dial 832-875-3977.
That's it.
Again, that's 832-875-3977. We're always welcoming support for our podcast, support for our chambers. So, with that being said, we finna hop into what we do. Our first segment of the show that we do today is called Member Spotlight. And you've met Josh Marshall briefly. He just said hello, but we're going to allow him to introduce himself, kind of tell you what he do, and then Q's going to ask him a bunch of questions. And just to keep things fresh on people's mind, I'm probably going to go through this about 3 or 4 times. I'm going to thank our sponsors about 3 or 4 times. And I'm going to talk about the upcoming events about 3 or 4 times. And later on in the show, we're going to have actually one of our Chairman Club members, Amaco Federal Credit Union. Someone is here from Amaco. My boy, Javian Jackson, he'll be on the show a little later, and we're going to talk to them about things going on over at Amaco. But some of our upcoming events that are coming up is we have our Regional Opportunity Forum that's coming up April the 21st, 2022 at Lone Star College. We have an international follow-up trade mission that is April the 24th through the 30th. Our annual Business Choice Awards and Gala. I apologize, people. The date has changed. The date is June the 25th, 2022. And we also are looking for the volunteers for the committees. We need them to log in to... what is it, Q? Q know what they're supposed to do. We need them to go online and register for what committee they want to participate in or participate on. And if I forgot something this go round, I get it on the next go round or the next go round.
I won't let you forget. But Howard, can you tell them about our mission statement and what this podcast is generally about?
So our mission statement is, hold on, let me remember. No, I'm just kidding. We acquire and disseminate valuable business information, resources, and tools to member firms so that they can achieve entrepreneurial parity and economic prosperity in the region and internationally. And what that simply means is, if you are a member of this Chamber of Commerce, Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, we gather business information, business tools, and business resources, and we send those emails out to you. We send those opportunities out to you. And in turn, that helps you compete. It's not a competition, but it helps you compete with the larger corporations, larger companies that's doing what you do. And it also allows you to make money.
Money. Let's talk business.
Everybody say get to the money. So that is our mission statement. That is what we do. And if you don't believe we do it, then listen to the podcast a little longer. You're going to get some information and tools. I hope you can with your business hat on, with your mind open, your heart receptive to receive this information that we're about to provide to you. What we're about to do now is called a member showcase, a member spotlight. And Joshua Marshall is one of our members, and we are putting him on the spot, and we're going to have it's a light right there. So this is actually a member spotlight. Josh, introduce yourself. Tell us what company you have. And then I'm going to let Q take over.
Mm-hmm.
I rarely get to be quiet on the podcast.
Hey.
I'm sitting on the edge of my chair because I don't know how I'm going to handle this. But,
You can hold my hand.
Okay.
I'm Josh Marshall, originally from Dayton, Ohio. Been in Houston for going on 5 years.
No, man. We ain't actually where you was from, man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Gotta
kidding.
throw that out there. Gotta go.
I was just kidding.
But
man.
the market that I'm in is transportation.
Okay.
I have a transportation company.
What's the name of your company, man?
Rapid Global Transportation LLC.
How can people find you, man?
You can find me on Instagram, Rapid Global Transport, Google.
You said Google.
Rapid Global Transportation. But mostly just Instagram, or you could just by number, email.
What's your email?
rapidglobalenterprise2024@gmail.com.
Okay, and what's your phone number if they want to call you? Now, if
713
people might call you, though.
Nah, that's
If you don't
fine.
want them to call you, don't
Nah,
give it
that's
out on this show.
That's fine.
What is it?
713-828-3440.
And that's Josh Marshall at Rapid Global Transportation.
Yes.
LLC.
Yeah, I got the honor of meeting Joshua in person. We kind of connected before that through some other avenues, but I got the opportunity to meet this exceptional young man in person in Belize.
Oh, yeah. That's
He
right. He was
is
on the
driven
Belize trip.
and passionate in so many ways about so many businesses, but we're talking about one.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is what made you get into the transportation business?
What really made me get into the transportation business is that my father and my brother, they been in transportation for about combined 30 years. So when I got into the transportation business, I was looking for a way to not only stop working for somebody, but a way to create generational wealth within my family. So since they was already in it, how can I get them from working with somebody to the family owning a piece of this industry? So that's what made me save up enough money, and then I just started my own.
Sweet. So why did you choose Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce?
The craziest thing, I was getting something made for my cargo van that I have, and I met an actual member, and I was trying to shout somebody out on Instagram, the actual business that was helping me, and she asked what my business was. Shout out to Miss Nikki.
Hey.
And she was like, what you doing is providing a service for others. You definitely need to be a part of the Chambers of Commerce. So I set up a meeting with Miss Leandria, and the rest was history. Once I sat down, and I have a long list of goals, every goal that I have on my list and every future goal, she hit it.
Right, so now you feel like you're not going at it alone?
Oh, yeah,
as a
yeah.
team?
Because I'm not going to lie, moving to another state from a small city and a big city, you kind of feel sometimes as an entrepreneur you by yourself.
Right.
Or it gets lonely. You got to... But when I came to the chambers, it felt like more people that feel just like me,
Right.
and everything just connected.
Well, that's like part of our motto here is you're in business for yourself.
But not by yourself.
There you go.
Hey.
There you
He
go.
caught the motto somewhere.
Yeah, I say it all the time.
That's one of my favorite sayings, though.
I say it all
I've been
the
telling
time.
that people.
Yeah, you in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. It's people who have been where you are. You know, it's people who are in a place where you want to go. You know, and it's people that's starting out. So everybody started somewhere. You know, people didn't just get a transportation company and start making a bunch of money. I mean, our people didn't. I'm just saying. I'm just
That is a
putting
fact.
that out there. So some people, some other folks got handed companies that were already up and running, but we did not get it like that. We had to start business. We had to start it somewhere.
Yes.
You know, because most of our parents, I won't speak for you, but my father, he worked, and that was all he did. He was
Same here, yeah.
having a business wasn't something he thought about. It didn't even cross his mind. He was like, I'm finna go get this check. I'm finna take care of my family. But the time that he grew up in and the time I grew up in, that was all you needed, was a decent job to take care and support a family. Now, with times increasing and the way the gas prices are,
you need some extra streams for sure.
You need 2 jobs to pay for gas. If you drive what we drive, that fuel, the fuel of them trucks on them diesels, hey,
take your dually back.
Welcome to my world. I'm in the dually today.
Well, Josh, we encourage every member to go through new member orientation to learn how to utilize the tools and resources that we speak about in our mission statement.
Most
So,
definitely.
have you had a chance to go through the new member orientation?
Most definitely.
Oh, yes, good.
One of the best things of the chambers is going through that, because there's so much that we hide from ourselves, especially being business owners. So you might forget some things, but it brings everything to the forefront. So I definitely recommend that.
One of the things I like about the new member orientation is the SWOT analysis.
That's one of the
Well, have you done your 101?
Yeah.
So you're familiar with the SWOT?
The SWOT analysis brings forth great.
Well, that's what it is. And for those who are listening that don't know what the acronym SWOT stands for, it's SWOT. It's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And we go through all of those for your business. What is a strength of your business? What's a weakness of your business? What's an opportunity for your business? And what's a threat to your business? So the young lady who does that is amazing at what she does. And Tabitha Barone.
Shout out Miss Tabitha.
Yeah, she's amazing at what she does. Tabitha and Troy. Troy's my boy too.
Shout out Mr. Troy.
And she doesn't tell you about your business.
No.
She gives you. Yeah. You get to say what your SWOT is, and then she gets to chime in on that to let you know how to tailor that. So maybe you think something is a weakness, but in essence, it's a strength.
Yeah.
So she just kind of helps you
corral all of it together.
Right.
And she helps you corral it and put it into perspective. So she tells you, she's not telling you, oh, you need to do this and do that. No, what she's doing is listening to you, and then from listening, she says, well, when I listen to you say this, I see this as a strength, and you see it as a weakness, but it's not. So she puts it into perspective.
How your business to navigate that.
Exactly.
Because the SWOT is literally designed to give the chamber information on how to best serve our members.
Yeah.
So if we're just telling you what to do, and we're not listening to you on what it is you need.
Yeah.
Exactly. So can you tell me, Josh, I know, again, I saw you in Belize. You went on the mission. So I want you to chime in a little bit about the mission trip, but also just as a member of the chamber. How has the chamber been beneficial to you as a business owner?
The chamber has been very beneficial to me because it opened up my eyes to how in business and being a black entrepreneur, we've been told certain things that's not necessarily true. Even how to set up things. We are taught how to set up corporations wrong on purpose. It's like information that we don't get. The chambers have provided that for me, showing me ways to go out here, and it's just low-hanging fruit. Like, it's money that everybody has access to, but without the knowledge and without knowing how to apply for it. See, the thing is, they could tell all of us, we got all this for you, but they're not going to tell you the steps, or they're going to make stipulations for it. So the chambers has been amazing to me in my business.
And that's why in our mission statement, we say specifically something about entrepreneurial parity.
Yeah.
How can the little guys play with the big boys, right? So.
And there's so much money for small businesses, but we don't take advantage, so it goes right back to the big business.
I've had people sitting right over there in that guest chair that work for, I'm gonna just name some names: City of Houston, Metro, Texas Department of Criminal Justice, MD Anderson, UT. Sit right there and tell me, Howard, oh, Texas Department of Transportation, Howard, Nobody bid on the jobs that we had out there, or it's people that don't utilize the free services we have.
Yeah.
I get that. I hear this on a regular basis that people are not utilizing the resources and tools that are there. Like we giving the information,
Mm-hmm.
we plugging you to the resource, we showing you the people that have the tools for you. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. That means you still have to conduct business. We can't do it for you. We can just we can bring you right up there to the door.
Lead you to
It's
the water.
up to you to
Yeah.
open the door and walk through it.
And see, that's the thing about even going to Belize. It's like,
That was a mind-blowing experience.
and I'm a person that I have a travel business, so I done traveled all over the world, probably like 80 plus trips within 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Seen some amazing things, but out of all the trips I've been on, I classify that as my number one or my number two best trip.
Mm-hmm.
To actually see a culture
Mm-hmm.
and be able to, in the future, produce something for this culture
Mm-hmm.
of people that look just like you
Exactly.
Just like you.
in another country that's like that's underdeveloped, but you could actually see the potential.
Yeah, don't slip on Belize, man.
Mhm.
Belize,
Yeah.
those guys, they are very, very smart, educated individuals. They work hard. I mean, it's just like I said, it changed my perspective when I went, and I go, 3-4 times a year now. I think I've been 3 times just this year. Finna be 4 in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
So it just changed my perspective on when you see something, and you see somebody that looks like you doing it, it changes your perspective. Now you understand, okay, I can do this. Like before we had our first black president here, I met a prime minister that was black. He running the country. He looked like me. So it changed my perspective on what can be accomplished. So when you see something like that, like if you see your parents out there doing it, then as a kid, it's like, okay, well, my dad did it, I can do it. So it's kind of the same feeling when you see somebody that looks like you doing something amazing. Now you like, okay, even on the on the female vice president thing, I'm on the fence about that, but I'm gonna say this: young black women now see the potential of what they could do.
The same as you seeing the black prime minister.
Same thing.
Right.
Same thing.
We
So
can conquer
now,
whatever, as long as we put our mind to it.
whatever you want to do, like whatever, regardless of what people tell you.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you said that earlier. Like people will tell you something, and that doesn't necessarily quantify it as being true and fact.
Most definitely. Because
I really try to debunk and disembark anything that somebody has told me that I felt like wasn't true. If I felt like it wasn't true, I'm finna work to make sure, okay, you said I couldn't do that. All right, here we go. And when I do it, I come back. I do. It's funny. My petty is strong. Petty,
Oh man, he has
petty
a doctorate
Peter,
in
petty Peter perpetuating petty. So my petty is very strong. So if I'm at Home Depot and I ask somebody for something, they be like, "Oh, we don't have that." As soon as I go, I'm still gonna look for it, and when I go find it, I come right back to them. Say, bro, you work here. That's on aisle 12. Next time somebody asks you, and I burn. Just say, for me, I'm that guy that you're gonna have to say, you know what? I don't know. Just say you don't know. And that's what I tell them. I'll be like, hey, look, I asked you if that was it. You said no. Just say you don't know. Just be like, I don't know if we have it or not, man. Let me look.
Nah,
But when you tell me no and I know it's here, come on. All right.
So Joshua,
That's my petty for the day.
right? He had to get it out. I told you guys he has a PhD in petty, so
Yeah.
he had to do his little spiel. Professor Howard. But anyhow, so Joshua. Now I know you have a lot of advice for business owners, but
Of course.
if you reel that personal advice in with the advice that you would give now being a part of the chamber and going on this trade mission,
mm-hmm.
what advice would you share to couple your experience and this new experience together?
That's good. My advice would be make a plan, write it down, stick to it. Make sure your execution is right. Never stop. Like, trust me, I heard family members when I first moved to Houston. I came to Houston for 5 days. I moved 30 days later. Big jump. That's, some people don't do that. People are scared, especially it's 160,000 people in my city, so that's very small. So, Dayton, Ohio, it's very small. But when I did that, I took a risk. People said, "Oh,
there are
well,
that many more opportunities."
Yeah,
too, right.
But people say, "Oh, you gonna move back within 30 days? Oh, you gonna move back in 90 days?" But
you stuck with the plan that you said.
I read it down. I wrote it down. Looked at it every day. Looked at my goals, and I'm here now. And not only am I here, I've been inspiring close to like 200 other people from my city. That's young minorities. Well, young blacks. We ain't gonna use minorities. Young blacks to go into business. I had people all the time hit me up. Hey, I just started my business. Hey, I need some coaching on my business. So just stick to it. It's gonna be a lot of rough days being an entrepreneur. I done had days where I'm negative 1,000. It don't matter. It's like you gotta just will yourself. Every morning say some affirmations. I am. Use I am. That's one of my greatest things I say that helps me in business. Every morning I wake up, I meditate for an hour, pray, and then I say I am for an hour in my head. I am great. I am successful. I'm a billionaire. I am gonna, make generational impact. And that right there, saying I am, is the strongest and most powerful thing that you can say.
Man, I respect that, because there is no way in the world I have an hour to meditate.
And let me tell you something, right? Everybody do it.
Yeah, Josh don't have children.
I'm just being
That's
funny, man. I'm just being funny, man.
I wake up at 4. So I was talking to...
Not getting up at 4 either. Might be going to sleep at 4.
Well, look, I was talking to a billionaire, right? And I asked him, I said, out of everything in the world that you have, what helped you the most become a billionaire? He said, how do you outwork somebody? I said, I don't know. Work harder, do more. He was like, nah. He said, I wake up at 4. He said, we on Central Time right now. That's 5 o'clock Eastern. And then if it's Pacific, they 2 hours back. So that's 2 o'clock. He said, so 2 o'clock, somebody's still asleep.
Right.
5 o'clock, somebody's alarm is probably about to be going off in an hour, or it's about to go off in 30 minutes. So what I do is I'm beating them by the hours. He said, now you compound these hours by the months, by the years. He said in 1 year he outworked people by 30-something thousand hours.
Wow, I actually heard, I don't know if it was an original thought, but Steve Harvey said something like that, like about people sleeping in.
Yeah.
They're like, you sleep in today, the world has already made decisions for your life. The stock market didn't open, they done sold off and sold, or bought in. And while you're asleep, they've made all these decisions that determine what's going to happen in your life, and you're just like, well,
you just a part of that. Yeah.
Right. So
or you can on the other end of the spectrum, when everybody's going to sleep at 9, 10, even California, if you up at 12 from 12 in the morning to 4 in the morning, prepping for the next day.
Most definitely.
Right.
Then I wake up every morning at 6:17.
Okay.
And
is it your birthday? Really?
Every morning. Like, you think I'm kidding? Like,
right? I'm like, really, your birthday?
Every morning my alarm is set to go off at 6:17 and 7:07.
We just said you were petty. We didn't know you were vain too.
Yeah.
6:17 my alarm is set to go off.
Oh man, so my
7:07 it goes off again.
Look, 7:07.
That's what's up. It's a meaning in numbers too. So
yeah,
it means so.
It's really my birthday, my entire birthday. So 7:07 was just 77 with a 0 in between it. So 6/17/77 is
your
my
birthday. Okay.
So it's my birthday totally on them alarms. And I didn't do it like that. I said it like that. The 6:17, yeah, but the 7:07, yeah. So, but anyway. On to the next.
Well, Joshua, it was an absolute honor to have you here.
It's a pleasure.
On our podcast.
I really appreciate you.
And if you want to just shout out to our listening audience, your contact information.
One more time. Give it to them one more again.
For email, rapidglobalenterprise24@gmail.com. If you need to reach out to call me, it's 713-828-3440. And on Instagram is Rapid Global Transport. Appreciate it, everybody.
Thank you.
Shout out to the Chambers.
Yeah. And so while we doing this, I want to go ahead and plug our President's Club and Chairman Club members, Amaco Federal Credit Union, Enlightened Enterprises, Lamar Institute of Technology, Beaumont, Lone Star College, the Linwood Group, Southwest Airlines, our travel partners, Quality Precision Coding. They support our podcast. Like I said earlier, if you want to support the podcast, give us a call, 832-875-3977, or you can visit our website at www.tricountyregionalblackchamber.org. Or the short version is TCBCC. Yeah, tcbcc.org. Also, GMT Radio, they make this podcast possible. My boy Nice, they call him Nice for a reason because he's nice with it. Anything you trying to do, media, he does TV shows, commercials, videos, yoga class. You want to have your wedding, he got a studio next door that's set up to accommodate anything you want to do. If you want to shoot a movie, I bet you Nice can shoot that movie for you. I know he can. So go to the website, go to your Apple Store or your Google Play Store, download the app, GMT Radio app. You can watch TV shows on there. I think our podcast is on there too. You can check out our podcast, but anything you want to do, you want to shoot a music video, rap video, you want to do radio, TV. I'm excited every time I come in the studio, and I'll say this much. Every time I come in the studio, it's something new, it's something different. He's upgraded some stuff, he's changed some stuff around, and man, this is a state-of-the-art studio here that we get to do our podcast in. So. And
I think, check him out, because I think he has some opportunities if you're interested in gospel radio.
Oh yeah, they got a
radio,
new gospel.
Is that right,
they got
Nice?
a new gospel station
that's
too.
Right.
So
check him out if you're interested in radio. And also,
he got a hip hop station. He got a gospel station. Man, I mean, I'm telling you, look, if anything you think about media, GMT Radio, check them out.
All right, we'll introduce our special guest.
Yeah, we got a special guest out here today, my boy.
Hey.
He's not a stranger to our podcast. Mr. Javian Jackson with Amaco Federal Credit Union. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself, Javian.
Hello, everyone. I'm Javian Jackson with Amaco Federal Credit Union, and it's a great pleasure to be with you all again. I do business development for the credit union, so my main priority is to make sure that we provide our information, we provide our members and the people in our community with information to help them build their finances and help them reach their goals when it comes down to finances as well. Also, go to different places of business to help spread the word about Amaco and make sure that people are saving money.
Yeah, that's what's
our
up.
main goal.
And, one thing I love about Amaco is that once I found out, well, not even when I found out what the name meant, I understood, that they were a great credit union, but once I found out what the name mean, it just gave me a greater respect for them. So what does Amaco stand for?
Amaco, AMOCO, stands for a member-owned cooperative organization. And so pretty much what that means is that unlike a lot of other financial institutions, our credit union is owned by the members and not by the board.
Okay.
So it makes a big difference within for our members when it comes down to finances.
That's what's up. Also, one thing I forgot to plug about Tri-County is we service 4 regions, and that's Region 1, which is Harris County, Montgomery County, Liberty County. Region 2, which is Galveston County, Brazoria County, Fort Bend County. Region 3, which is Chambers County, Jefferson County, and Orange County, and Region 4, which is Jasper County, Newton County, and Hardin County. And we also have an international arm which serves Central America, the Caribbean, South America, and we've just added Africa to our international arm. So those are all the counties that we service here in Texas and internationally. So if you're in those counties, even if you're outside of those counties and you want to be a member, you want to join the chambers, you want to participate in this great information that we provide to our member firms, then please, 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 like I say, reach out to us, our website, www.tcbcc.org, or you can give us a call at 832-875-3977. So getting back to Javian, what we're talking about today is financial education in the community. And Javian is...
It's Javian, sir.
How you pronounce your name?
You know, I take it all. Javian is the correct way to say it, but Javian, JV. But what's funny
I
is...
always call him JV because I don't even want to get into the
But
logistics
what's
of
funny
it.
is even when I'm out, for people who've never met me before, I'll say Javian. And then they say, okay, JV. And they say, okay, JV. And I'm like, I didn't say JV, but you're still correct.
Oh, they said just shorten it up.
Right,
Okay.
right.
To
So,
be politically
I don't know if it's the way I talk or maybe the way I say the name, it still comes out JV. So
Yeah,
that's
I
how
like
the
JV.
name. That's how the name came about.
I've always called him JV.
Well, stop saying Javian. We'll be all right.
Okay, Javian.
No, your
Q
name
is on me.
your name is your name.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I respect the pronunciations and everything about anyone's
You're absolutely
name. So
right.
I just try to give you that.
LaQuincia.
Exactly.
Thank you.
That's your name. It's like the sweetest sound when you hear your name, right?
Yeah, because
There you
when
go.
people call me Harold, I'll be like,
Harold.
I think I'm guilty of that. So we're in the same boat.
yeah,
So,
he has butchered my name.
I am-
I wasn't even trying to pay you back this time. I wasn't even trying to pay you back, but it just happened that way. My petty always working, man. I got to learn how to turn it off. So let's talk about some stuff, man. So first question I really want to know, so why is teaching financial education important? Not for important period, but to Amaco. Why is that something that Amaco has taken on?
We strongly believe that providing our members and the people in our community helps them reach their financial goals.
Mm-hmm.
And as we all know, financial education is something that we lack in a lot of places as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's in the school or whether it's in the home.
Mm-hmm.
And Amaco has that opportunity to go into different places and provide our members with that information. It's also important because it gives people the opportunity to set goals in their life. A lot of people don't set goals whenever it comes down to finances.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Josh mentioned earlier, writing those goals down, it helps hold you accountable for that, for setting those goals as well.
What are some of the financial programs that are taught to the people of all ages? Like, is it spending, sharing, saving? What are some of those programs that you guys are teaching?
Some of the financial programs that we teach is going to be subjects such as understanding credit, which is very important because in today's world we rely on credit to help us save and to save money. Because
That's a key thing. We're gonna get down to that one. We're gonna get down to that one. We're gonna hold that one. Hey, that's a good one. So who do you offer your financial seminars to, and then where are they held?
So we offer our financial seminars to our business partners. For those who not only join the credit union, but their companies or their organization join our partnership. And we offer our seminars in schools, HOAs, places of business, and even churches.
Okay.
I like going to the schools to help teach the youth, financial education. And, doing some of my financial seminars too, I found it very interesting that kids that are in the 11th and 12th grade have actually started investing beyond a regular savings and checking account.
Oh, okay.
So I found that very interesting that the kids are on board with this nowadays.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So what I know Amaco is a community owned. One more time.
A cooperative, a member-owned cooperative organization.
Okay, so it's a member-owned cooperative organization. That means that it's big on community. So what positive impact has financial education made in your community?
Knowledge is power, as we all know. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier, it gives you the opportunity to spend, share, save, and invest wisely. Whenever you do so, it also gives you the opportunity to help prepare for some of the biggest investments in your life, whether it's your getting your first car or your first home. A lot of people are gaining more interest in being homeowners as well. And without that preparation and that knowledge of knowing where you stand at that particular moment, it can throw you off a little bit. So we have an awesome team at Amaco that helps prepare a lot of people, including myself, to buy your first home.
Okay.
And, you know, give you all those good steps to give you the confidence to do so.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What are some of the subjects that you cover in the seminar? I know we was talking about one.
Understanding
Already.
credit.
I ain't want you to give everything away too
I
early.
probably jumped. I get excited when it comes out to that. But make sure that I don't miss any. Understanding credit, the basics of personal finance. We even do seminars on the steps to prepare you to build your first home, and building a better budget, and solutions for identity theft.
Okay. Wow.
So those are all good and important subjects within our community, especially for identity, such as identity theft. It not only affects young people, but especially the senior citizens within our community.
Oh, for sure.
If you have grandparents or people in your community, churches or whatever, you hear where once they reach a certain age, they get these cold calls where people almost scare them to say you need to provide us with this much information, or you could be risk going to jail, or
basically prey upon
I'm saying
these
right.
Yes,
Right.
hi, this is the Social Security Administration. We need your Social Security number because it's going to be flagged for problems. I said, I mean, like, you work with Social Security? Yes. I was like, okay, what's your badge number? It is 00514. I said, okay, so that means that you work for the actual U.S. government. Yes, I work for the U.S. government. I was like, okay, I'm not being prejudiced or racist or anything, but you don't sound like you work for the U.S. government, bro. And I'm not giving you nothing.
Yeah. So, and you got to be, you very much have to be aware of it.
Yeah.
And you have to, let people be be aware of the
certain signs to look
right.
for, right?
Because they don't know. Because at a certain age, you work so hard for your money, and somebody come and tell you that your funds are at risk. Everything that you worked hard for, they're going to be in a rush to give them that information. The next thing you know, they're part of fraud, and they have to go through this whole process.
You got to be gangster about your information. Like if somebody, I get banks that call me and be like, yeah, can you verify your Social Security number? I'm not verifying nothing. You have it there. What do you need besides my entire social to verify it? I'll give you the first two and the last two. How about that? I was like, I'll give you the last four to verify, but I'm not giving you my entire Social Security number. Well, what's your birthday? You got my birthday right there. I was like, y'all have to find. I was like, y'all have to find a different approach for verification. You calling me, asking me for my information. Now, if I called you, that's different. I know who I called. But come on, man.
But you offer those same identity theft solutions to everyone. Not, I mean, obviously the older people are more susceptible, but are they? Some younger people just don't know and click on the link or whatever.
At any time you can be a part of identity theft, whether it's your debit card being compromised or your credit card being compromised. So you just need to know those steps to go through to help give you a peace of mind. And understanding credit, like we mentioned earlier, I know I jumped to the subject, but we rely a lot on credit to get us where we need to be financially. And a lot of people in the communities may not know that their financial institution offers things such as a personal loan, or things such as or even a debt consolidation loan, instead of going to the outside and receive a higher interest rate, and you end up paying double of what you borrowed, and having a high interest rate. So your financial institution in your community, such as Amaco Federal Credit Union, can provide you with knowledgeable information and a lower interest rate to help you pay them back in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, we had Miss Ann Ramos on here from
She's awesome.
Amaco. Yeah, super duper. So this next question was something that we talked about when she was on the podcast too, but we're gonna ask you the same question. When is it best to start financial planning?
So you're never too old or too young to start financial planning, but it's ideal to start whenever you receive your first paycheck. And by doing so, it'll give you the opportunity to create positive behaviors and habits when it comes down to your money at an early age. So that's why it's important that we are in the community, inside of schools in particular, to give those kids that information to start as soon as possible. A lot of kids today, maybe even when I was growing up too, it was a big thing for me. When I was working, I was washing cars to get my first throwback jersey. And those cost about $100, $150, $200. So instead of working for things like that, save that money. Just like I told my nephew, he's going to a college that's going to cost him $100,000 just to get his basics. So just giving them that preparation for whenever they start working with, whether it be from the 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. Don't invest in style, but invest in your future.
Yeah. And it's not funny, but it's actually amazing that the terminology that we use, like behavior and habits, was something that we talked about just in a person. We never equated that or associated that to finance, but it's actually a really good association that, good behavior and good financial habits are essential, when you get to a place where your finance is increased. And hey, if you are working hard at your business and your business is going to start generating you money, and when you get that money, you have to know what to do with it. You have to have good financial behaviors and good financial habits so that money continues to work for you. Because if you have some bad spending habits, like people say, I'm bad with money. Well, you need to fix that. Get good with money.
There it goes. There it goes. You're absolutely right with that, and it's important. And you're never too old to start investing. Sometimes we can hear somebody say, "Well, I'm already 50 years old. I'm already 60 years old, so I'm not worried about saving right now." But in actuality, it can still be done. But you just have to be committed to being more aggressive when it comes down to saving and investing at a later age. So it's never, like I said, it's never too late, and you're never too young to start that process.
Yeah, because we talked about, Josh was talking about goals, and one of my goals in life as a kid, all I wanted was a Lamborghini. And then when I got to a point where I could go buy one, I didn't want a Lamborghini anymore. Because that was over $250,000. And I couldn't see spending $250,000 on a vehicle, that did the same thing that a $20,000 vehicle did.
Yeah, exactly. I think I have a similar scenario, a life experience too. When I was in my early 20s, I bought my first Gucci shirt, and I took it to the cleaners to get it washed. And it came back the size of probably my son. And so at that point in time, I handed it over to a church member, But at that particular moment, I realized that it had no value. So that was pretty much my last time buying, a designer shirt of that cost.
It cost money, and it was valuable to somebody else, but for a person who saw a different perspective, it became devalued.
There it goes.
It didn't work for you anymore. And that's not to say that people who want Lamborghinis are devalued. it just doesn't work for me anymore. Like I was talking to somebody, they say they want a G63. I said I wish I would.
Yeah.
When the G550 is the same vehicle.
It's
the dumbed down version, but it's still the same vehicle. So
and it got you to point A and point B successfully.
Exactly. It looks the same. It might not sound the same and be as fast, but you know. And I don't want to knock people's dreams. You know, still dream. If you dream, you know, still continue to dream. But once you get $1 million in your hand, you're gonna spend it differently than what you thought you were gonna spend it. And here's the thing, I tell people this all the time. If somebody handed me $1 million right now, I know what I want to spend it on to the penny. That's a goal that you should have for yourself. If you have a goal of making $500,000 for the year, then you should have a list of what that money is going to be allocated for to the penny. If it's not to the penny, at least to the dollar. You know, we'll give you to the $10. We'll say, okay, we'll be $100 off here. $100 at $500,000, $100 off is not bad. So, but have a plan. Make it clear. Make it plain. Yeah. Even that good book, the Bible says that.
Yeah.
Have a plan. Make it plain.
Yeah.
You know.
And I have a thing that I always tell myself too: trying to accomplish a goal without writing it down is just like not trying at all.
Exactly.
You'll forget.
Yeah. There it goes. There it goes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. So, how can someone make their financial plan better?
Start by, like we said, creating goals, manage your money, control where your money goes, printing out receipts, and knowing what you're spending your money on, and how can you say no. No is going to be a powerful word when it comes down to controlling your finances too, because if you say yes to everything, everything is just flying out the window. But once you realize it costs, but once you realize what's important and what's not important, no is going to be a big game changer when it comes down to saving money. Plan for retirement as well. And that's going to also be important. Again, we see people that may be at an older age and they feel like that it's too late to plan for retirement, but it can all be done. Through goals and preparation.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know. I just perspective in life and money is when you start to get it changes. Like you wanted all this stuff before you got money, and then when you got money, you went and got some of it, and then you realize, you look around, you're like, man, I just spent $1,600 on them shoes. For what?
Knowledge is power, though.
And and
you know better now.
Them $100 pair of shoes that I bought, you know, they feel better. You know, and I really think, I ain't trying to knock designer, but I think designer is for everybody else. I think it is. I think it's for the people that's looking at what you have on. Because like having on some red bottoms, it's people looking at what you have on. Because like the Louis Vuittons that I have are not as comfortable as these $100 shoes that I'm wearing. So I'm just wearing them for somebody else to look and be like, oh, he got on some. Oh, those are nice. I wasn't getting them for myself. I was at one point, but then the attention that you get from them, sometimes it becomes a drug for people. So, you know, and I'm not knocking nobody that wears designer. Please don't think that that's what I'm saying. My petty is not working right now. I'm just saying that doesn't work for me anymore. Because I stopped caring what people thought. Yeah,
and as a lifetime member of the Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, you'll see too where $1,600 can take you a lot further than.
Boom! You get a lifetime membership.
A lifetime membership, yes.
You see where that $1,600 can take you a whole lot further.
Oh yeah.
In life than a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
So most definitely.
Man, Javian, it's always a pleasure to have you on here, man. Is there anything you want to leave the people with before we close out?
Amaco Federal Credit Union, we're located primarily in Galveston County. We're going to be also building our new branch in Clear Lake. So we're very excited about that, you guys. So you guys be on the lookout for our new branch coming out soon. It's a wonderful place to save money.
Mhm.
It's not only a wonderful place to save money, but it's a great family atmosphere as well.
It is. It is.
So if you've never experienced the Amaco Federal Credit Union, give it a try. You can go to www.amacofcu.org and you can take a look at all of our products and services, and you can see how it can benefit your family and your life as well.
Okay, perfect.
Sweet.
Well, before we go, once again, we want to thank our president and chairman club members. Hi, Amaco Federal Credit
Hello.
Union, Enlightened
Yes,
Enterprises, Lamar Institute of Technology, Beaumont, Lone Star College, the Linwood Group, Southwest Airlines, our travel partners, and Quality Precision Coating in supporting our Let's Talk Business podcast. Like I said earlier, if you'd like to become a President's Club or Chairman Club member and support our podcast, please reach out to us, 832-875-3977, 832-875-3977, or hit us up on the website, www.tcbcc.org. Also, going over our events again, the Regional Opportunity Forum is coming up April 21st. For Lone Star College, go to our website, sign up for that event. We also have our international follow-up mission to Belize, which is April the 24th through the 30th. If you are planning on going on that mission, please get with Ms. Thompson, get your deposits in for that mission. Then our annual Business Choice Awards and Gala is coming up June 25th. Please go on there and sign up for the committees. We need you guys' help. We have like 4 different committees that we're doing. I think it's planning,
Event committee,
event, sponsorship. No, those are the 3. I'm on the best committee, the sponsorship committee. We're looking for people to.
Oh, it's a volunteer committee also.
Yeah, it's
There's
also
4.
volunteer.
Yeah,
volunteer committee. All right, perfect. Also, GMT Radio, thank them again, man. Nice always does a professional stand-up job for us here. Also, our member spotlight this week was cool Josh Marshall. He was the principal at Rapid Global Transport. He told you how to get in touch with him. This podcast will air Wednesday on YouTube. So if you missed anything earlier, check us out this Wednesday on YouTube. You can go back on YouTube and check out all of our podcasts. Quincy, Q, is there anything you want to add before we go? What you want to leave the people with, Q?
Just one thing I want to add. We do, of course, have the Business Choice Awards coming up. Again, the new date is June 25th. On the website, we have June 18th, but that date has now changed. But I also encourage the business owners to invest in the Business Choice book. Yes.
Man,
yes,
how did I
yes.
forget
You guys
that?
have a business book, oh
Yes, we have a business.
Yeah, we have a business choice book, so it's gonna be gangster this time around. It's gonna be magazine bound. It ain't gonna be like staple bound. It's gonna be really, really nice. I think we got 60.
Well, I'm not sure how many pages we have now, because I know several members have purchased the full page.
Yeah,
But we have 64 pages.
Yeah, we have 64 pages. You can get 3 different pages. You got a full page, a half page, and a quarter page. It was it was 60 something total pages that we had.
Right, 64.
Total, and some of them been purchased already. So get on there, get your page, and get your page.
Yeah. Because like I said, space is limited.
Yeah,
and
it
the
is.
cutoff date is April 10th.
April the 10th.
That's
is the
coming up
cutoff
tomorrow,
date.
day after. So you better get and you would just go online, tcbcc.org.
Yep.
Is it .org? I don't know.
.org.
And then you go and register.
Yep.
And then whenever you register, you place whatever type of ad you like, and it'll give you the information, disclaimers, and whatnot.
Yep. Man, how did I forget about that? That's why Q here. Q, she keep me in track, keep me on track, keep me in line.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look, this has been our Let's Talk Business podcast. Again, Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, connecting your business to the money. We know business, and our members make business happen.
Yes. And if you all have any suggestions, additional questions, maybe you didn't catch some information from Amaco or Rapid Global Transportation, you can hit us up at tcrbccpodcast@gmail.com. That goes strictly to the podcast. Again, that's tcrbccpodcast@gmail.com.
Boom, that part.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure, Javian.
Thank you.
Pleasure with Joshua also, and Howard is always a pleasure. So we're gonna close this Let's Talk Business out.
Q trying to make me blush.
Thank you all, and have a great weekend.
Great weekend.